glass, steel, and circuits. When I thought of Shenzhen, that's what came to mind. I thought I had it pegged, a sprawling, futuristic metropolis, the undisputed Silicon Valley of China. A city that grew so blindingly fast, it felt like it barely had a past. Before its famous boom, this area was a collection of quiet fishing villages with a small population of around 30,000 people. I figured it was a place you visit for business, not for your soul. I thought Shenzhen was just a tech hub. I was completely, utterly wrong. This journey starts exactly where you'd expect, at the top of one of the world's tallest buildings. But it's going to end in places that don't make it into the glossy travel guides. We're going from the pinnacle of modern engineering to hidden alleyways buzzing with artistic energy, from miniature worlds to forgotten pockets of history. I came here to see the future, but I ended up discovering a city with a vibrant, complex, and deeply human heart. This isn't just a list of things to do, this is the story of how I uncovered the real Shenzhen. You can't come to Shenzhen and ignore the skyline. It's the city's bold statement to the world, a forest of architectural ambition. And to truly grasp it, you have to go to the top. Our first stop is the Ping'an International Finance Center, the tallest building in Shenzhen, and the second tallest in all of China. It's a silver needle, piercing the clouds at an astonishing 599 meters. The experience kicks off in the elevator, one of the fastest in the world, shooting you up 116 floors in about 55 seconds. Your ears pop, your stomach does a little flip, and then the doors open to a stunning silence. You're standing at over 540 meters, looking down on the world through floor-to-ceiling glass on the free sky observation deck. The name is perfect. You feel untethered. From up here, Shenzhen just unfolds beneath you. It's a breathtaking panorama of organized chaos, a seemingly endless grid of towers, highways, and parks stretching to the horizon. On a clear day, you can see the coastline, the green hills cradling the city, and even look across the bay to Hong Kong. Pro tip, visit at sunset. You get to watch the sun dip down, and the whole city transforms into a glittering network of light, like a vast circuit board coming to life. It's magnificent, it's awe-inspiring, and it confirms every stereotype you have about Shenzhen's scale. But as I stood there, I knew this incredible view wasn't the whole story. It was just the book cover. From the literal height of Shenzhen's modernity, our next stop feels like stepping into a bizarre and wonderful dream. We're heading to Window of the World, a theme park that promises a global tour without ever leaving the city limits. Now I know what you're thinking, a park full of miniature replicas sounds, well, a little kitschy. And you're not wrong, but it's also undeniably impressive and a ridiculous amount of fun. Imagine walking from a 108-meter-tall replica of the Eiffel Tower to the Pyramids of Giza, then strolling past the Taj Mahal on your way to see the Sydney Opera House. The park has over 130 mini-versions of the world's most famous landmarks, all packed into one sprawling space. It's a place practically built for photo ops, for families enjoying a day out, and for a kind of surreal joy. You can watch cultural performances, from Italian folk dances to Maori haka, all within a few hundred meters of each other. The sheer ambition of it is what gets you. It feels like a physical manifestation of the same can-do spirit that built Shenzhen itself. If you can build a mega-city in 40 years, why can't you build the entire world in a park? It's a playful, fascinating piece of Shenzhen's identity, but the city's real creative soul? That lies somewhere much more hidden. Okay, now we leave the polished and predictable behind. This next stop is the one that truly shattered my image of Shenzhen. It's called Dafan Oil Painting Village. From the outside, it looks like any other urban village here. A dense cluster of buildings, narrow streets, a chaotic tangle of wires overhead. But the second you step inside, the air changes. It smells like turpentine and fresh oil paint. This is the world's art factory. For decades, Dafan was famous for one thing: churning out millions of hand-painted replicas of Western masterpieces. At its peak, it was estimated that 60% of all new oil paintings on the global market came from this tiny neighborhood. You could walk into a workshop and see 10 artists painting 10 different Mona Lisas, each one nearly identical. But that's the old story. While the replica trade still exists, Dafan is transforming. Today it's becoming a powerhouse of original art. The same artists who perfected their skills copying Van Gogh and Monet are now pouring that talent into their own creations. The village is crammed with over 1,000 galleries and workshops, and you can spend hours just wandering, watching painters at their easels, their hands moving with a lifetime of practice. You can find everything from stunning traditional Chinese landscapes to bold, contemporary abstracts. You can even commission a portrait on the spot. This isn't some sterile museum, it's a living, breathing community of creativity. This is where I realized Shenzhen wasn't just copying the world, it was busy creating its own. If Dafen is the factory floor of Shenzhen's art scene, then our next stop is its creative headquarters. Welcome to the OCT Loft Creative Culture Park. This place is the definition of cool. It's a former industrial complex, a collection of old factory buildings that have been totally reimagined into a sprawling arts district. Instead of humming machinery, the warehouses are now filled with contemporary art galleries, independent design shops, and quirky bookstores. Walking through OCT Loft is just a feast for the senses. Around every corner there's another piece of vibrant street art, another hidden cafe with the smell of fresh coffee wafting out, or the sound of live music drifting from a nearby bar. It has that same electric energy you feel in the arts districts of Brooklyn or Berlin, a place where young creatives gather to share ideas, show off their work, and just hang out. This is the modern, beating heart of Shenzhen's cultural life. It completely shatters the stereotype of Shenzhen as a rigid, purely corporate city, proving that innovation here isn't just about tech, it's about culture, design, and a new generation defining the city on its own terms. Shenzhen is a city that feels like it has no past. Its story is so often about its explosive growth from a small border town. So, can you find real history here? A place that feels old with a soul untouched by the relentless pace of development? The answer is a huge yes, but you have to know where to look. You have to go to Shuaiwei Village. Tucked away near the border with Hong Kong, Shuaiwei is one of the city's few remaining historic neighborhoods, and stepping into it feels like traveling back in time. The shadows of gleaming modern skyscrapers fall on low-rise handshake buildings, named because they're so close neighbors can practically shake hands from their windows. The wide, sterile boulevards of the new city give way to narrow streets absolutely teeming with life. Here the pace just slows down. The air sizzles with street food stalls cooking up local delicacies. Red lanterns hang above the doorways of traditional Cantonese restaurants that have been here for generations. You'll find bustling local markets, old-school barbershops, and quiet temples thick with the smell of incense. This isn't a tourist trap. It's a real living community, a remnant of the Hakka and Cantonese villages that existed long before the boom. Shuaiwei Village is proof that even in China's most futuristic city, history hasn't been erased. It's been preserved in these small, resilient pockets, offering a powerful and authentic glimpse into what Shenzhen was before it became the metropolis of today. After the skyscrapers, art villages, and historic corners, Shenzhen has one last surprise up its sleeve: nature. When you're exhausted by the sheer scale of the concrete jungle, the city offers an escape. The most famous spot is Damisha Beach, a long stretch of golden sand that gets packed with locals looking to swim, sunbathe, and beat the urban heat. But for a true hidden gem, you need to venture a little further to a place cherished by locals for its quiet beauty: Bichuanyan. This serene spot near Dongchong Beach offers stunning coastal views without the massive crowds. It's a place for quiet reflection, where you can just watch the waves crash against the rocks and feel the sea breeze. It's the final piece of the puzzle. It showed me that Shenzhen truly has it all: the height of urban sophistication, a deep well of artistic culture, pockets of living history, and a coastline of raw, natural beauty. My first impression couldn't have been more wrong. This journey through Shenzhen has been one of the biggest travel surprises of my life, and I hope it surprised you too. If there was a place in this video you'd love to visit, or if you have your own hidden gems from Shenzhen, share them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think is the most unexpected part of this city, and if you want to join more adventures to uncover the hidden sides of the world's most fascinating places, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Your support is what makes these journeys possible, and I have a feeling our next trip is going to be just as eye-opening. I came to Shenzhen expecting a city of circuits and steel, a place that lived up to its name as the Silicon Valley of China. And it is all of those things, but I discovered it is so much more. I found a city that is also a global art capital, a city with deep historical roots, and a city blessed with stunning natural beauty. From the breathtaking futuristic view from the Ping An Tower, to the wonderfully weird experience of Window of the World, from the incredible creative energy in Dafen and OCT Loft, to the authentic living history of Shuaiwei Village, Shenzhen revealed itself as a city of endless, fascinating contradictions. It's proof that hypermodernity doesn't have to erase culture or soul. Instead, it can create a dynamic, thrilling environment where old and new, global and local, tech and art, can all thrive side by side. Shenzhen isn't just a city to watch, it's a city you have to experience. And I can guarantee, it will surprise you.